Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and welcome back to Fix It with Failure. Today's mission comes to me from an individual called Colonel Failure. Hello Colonel, he writes. I made this map and I put it on YouTube when I was first starting with the game, and I think it's high time you had another look at it. So yeah, here we go. This is that was Concord. Look, wow, amazing. Anyone want to put money on whether it's making profit or not? Okay, go on, bet now. Yeah. Right. Okay, let's look. 11 of 24. That's not bad. Finance is horrendous. Yeah, this is my first ever map. And the only reason I'm able to load it is because I didn't use any mods at all. It's the year 2091, and we're making profit every year. See, even when I didn't really know what I was doing, I was making money. This is playing on medium. All the usual kind of bells and whistles. I've even got steel going on over here. Crikey. That's pretty ambitious for a young buck. Yeah, we've got all kinds of business occurring. I don't really know what to play with, but we'll play with some of it, and hopefully, those of you who have been around for a bit, will recall some of the fine things that were constructed. Stick around. Now, I'm pretty certain that somewhere on this map I had a bridge going over an airport, but maybe I didn't. I was fairly certain I'd built a bridge over the top of the runway somewhere that was done in the final live stream of the series. I've certainly got a lot of airports, none of them making any money, but I'm not going to hold that against myself. No, We've got some odds and ends going on here and there, but not very many, and not particularly effectively. That's a station that is dropping off freight, and then there's no truck distribution to go with it. Beautiful. That's going to be highly effective. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well. So I mean, what have we got? So we've got freight liners. Yeah, they're to be expected. You're doing a bit of lumber. That then gets picked up. You've got 250 odd waiting. We haven't got the low smoke mod turned on, so these chaps are really hauling it up here. We are double headed with 324 capacity. That's not much. You could do 1,000 with this amount of hauling power, but hey, it's all good. Look at it, a level cross. Oh, look at this filthy level crossing we've got going on there. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, there's a number of different ways we could fix this. San Bernardino, I'm pretty sure this is where we had the bridge going over the airport, you know. Pretty certain. Right, what we're going to do is let's take the city that is smallest. I have no idea which it is. So here's all the towns that have got population. Let's have a look at the smallest one, Hartford. Okay, all right, let's go over there. Hartford has been neglected for the entire series and for 3 years since. It is connected to nothing. And also, I'm pretty certain we might only have American vehicles on this. So it's not like I can put the TVFV, TVF, TFV, TP, whatever. It's not like I put a super fast train on it and make that work either. I've got $1 billion in the bank, so I can do just about whatever I please. Tampa looks inviting, as does Indianapolis. Right, let's run Indianapolis through Berkeley, through Hartford, through Tampa line. I mean, this isn't going to prove to be much of a challenge. It's more about how quickly we can turn this around. So start off, let's put in a good spot for a station. There you go. And then let's grab the station. Oh, hello, old friends. I've got one station to choose from. You know what? I'm sticking 4 tracks on there. We're going to make it max speed. We'll have second street connections. I tell you, the vanilla stuff is an absolute joy to work with. So easy. Do we need commuting stuff? No. Town's not big enough to warrant it. But I think I will add a tram stop the other size just in case I decide to do stuff with that in a minute. Put electric tram track on that, please. Oh no, hold on, face the other way. There you go. Right. What's the purpose of this? Well, we're going to see if we can up the tempo on this pretty quickly. Then let's go large street. Yeah, okay, large street down there. Put electric tram track on it anyway, just for the sake of it. Fine, that's all good. Come out this way. If you get bulldozed as part of renovation work, I'm afraid you're just going to have to suck it up. And then we'll put a little dab of connecting road there, just for the time being. Right, we'll be revisiting this. Oh yes, the AI got there first. No, don't get there first. I'm going to get there first. There you go. See, ha, suck that up and see what you make of it. Right, so where did we say we were going? Berkeley. Now Berkeley's got it has got some goods distribution going on there. Now, obviously, with this being transport fever, I connected up every means of transport imaginable. So we've got some shipping happening here. What are you doing? You're heading up the river with oil and potentially coming back with a spot of fuel. Although, I don't think you are coming back with a spot of fuel, are you? Look at these unupgraded roads. Oh, it's shocking. Oh, incidentally, this is flashing because we had the steam retirement line placed, which is basically just a steam engine parked on a siding, running up costs every year, which is super. Right. Where's the fuel? No, you're... What? Fuel and oil bulk is carrying construction materials. Is it? That seems wrong to me. What are you, just out of interest, what are you carrying? I bet I put a viola on it. No, I should have put a viola on. I bet I've replaced it with the wrong thing. No, you ruddy joker. All right, we'll put a viola on that, and we'll replace it now. Yeah, there's 3 vehicles that need replacing. Well, it's fair enough, I suppose. But you are on a fuel line, right? Yeah, you go out here to do some fuel. You head up here. I mean, how you've got con mats on there, I imagine, is just a flipping it. You go a long way. Okay, all right. Well, I suppose it's working. In fact, I imagine that's making quite the chunk of change in terms of profitability. Let's have a look. Finances. Yeah, 2 and a bit million. All right. Okay. Maybe it's not making a massive chunk of change. It's making some change. Right. Okay. So we're going to go through Berkeley, and I also want to hook up some freight in the process. And I think that this fuel line here is possibly going to be the one to get that done. And it's this. What have we got here? So we've got a truck stop here that's in range. That's going to Berkeley. Fine. I'll build a direct route to go into Hartford in a minute. But we will send 2 lines straight up here to get into this chap. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. Good. Nothing the bulldozer can't handle. There you go. I mean, this is probably 50 years worth of progressive build here in the townstead. But no, we don't hold with any of that business. Right. Come out this way. And then, hold on, we're going to need to make that bridge high enough so that ships can get underneath it. So if we ease back a smidge, just ease it back a little bit and do some of that. Pull you forward here. There you go. Right, now this will leave enough space underneath. We don't need to do too aggressive a climb. Apparently that's tall enough. I find that slightly hard to believe. Go up one more. Right, what sort of corner have you put on that? An acceptable one. Fine. And then go straight across like this, but don't go up anymore. We've got green, and therefore that's good. Put the fast bridge. You built that's not fast bridge. All right, fast bridge is what we'd require. We haven't even got jolly green. It's a disaster. But it's this is what you get from season 1. Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. Now with that done, we'll aim for Hartford, and we'll get there with all due haste. Will we stay airborne over this road? Not if we. Not unless we absolutely have to. Now get it as far as there. Beautiful. And as far as there. Also beautiful. Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fine. No, we don't do level crossings. I don't know if you got that memo or whether you were too soon for the memo to be sent. But level crossings are a big no-no as far as I'm concerned. Right, wang this up over here. I don't know why we're underground all of a sudden, but we are. And then connect up onto... Let's go the far side, because that will then give us some options for other places we can go. Right, you can't do that. Yeah, you can. You can if I run me merry bulldozer through it. Right, apparently that's going uphill. Oh, okay, we've got the kind of the gentlest of slopes going on there. That's all right. Okay, fine. And then we'll run the rest of these out as well, so that we've got that done. And you... Now, we'll try and leave a gap. We won't merge those two together just yet, because that will probably make it slightly easier to get a bridge over the top. Probably. And slightly easier. See, I like to speak in absolutes, because only a Sith speaks in absolutes. Right, let's do that. Pop a wheelie over it. Look at that, like a flipping glove. Beautiful. Is that a great connection? No, it's a connection. Go on, you'll find out. That's it. Build a nice little junctionette in there. We've got enough room to bung a road under this as well. That's country road. Let's just stick a quick street on here. 2 buildings will be removed. Well, it has to be said, sucks to be them. 7 buildings will be removed. Sucks to be them too. All right, okay, good. So that's, that affords a slight bit of build up in the future, and then with this we'll I don't know, we'll go back to the large street here and we'll whiz it around the corner onto that, which is quite a long way for people to travel. So we're going to turn this around here and plumb it onto the side there. Yeah, I think I possibly spent a little bit more time making stuff look hideous during this series, but I'm not going to spend any time on it at all if I can avoid doing so in this revisit. And there you go. Nice. Well, you say nice. What you mean is semi-appropriate. Right, now the AI has seen fit to reconnect this end, which is rather a large mistake. Where did I say we were going? Tampa. Tampa's over there. I think Garden Grove could do with a little garden visitor. And obviously, if along the way I can find any goods that I can port into town as well, then we'll do that too. That's it. Whiz that up over there. Whiz this up over there as well. Now, why, I hear you ask, are you running 4 tracks? 4. I also want to go to Los Angeles. All right, well, look, you're about 13 minutes into this episode. How much time are you going to give yourself? Let's say 45 minutes. How much damage can I do to my original station in 45 minutes? No, not even original save game. Okay, all right, that's a challenge for the ages. You seem to have put quite a large lump in the road there. Do you think anybody's bothered? I very much doubt it. Nobody's ever commented about me having put lumps in the middle of things before. I doubt their start now. Right. Okay, got a connection. Hooray. Next up, let's get this road plumbed in. Sling that over there. Give it a bit of this. That's it. Round onto here. You know you've got tram track on there, right? Yep. You know I don't care, right? Do that. Yep. Go on. There you are. This is... You see, when people talk about speed building, this is what they mean. We'll do some high detailing in a minute as well, and that'll shut them all up. Can we get on there? No, you can't. Okay. Well, in which case, keep it at ground level and get round onto here instead. And they'll just have to work round in order to finish their connection. Good. It's got tram track on it still, and I still don't care. Right. So we can now make it out to Phoenix, if that really floated our boat. In fact, I might even. No, it's too soon. Not yet. I'm not going to even. Bung that on there because we're coming out this way. All right. Okay. Yeah. Like that. That is where you said you were going. It is where I said I was going. Alright, you're going to have to get rid of this diamond. Yeah, that's okay. We can live with that. We'll put it back in a mo. But it might not be a diamond. It might be something else. because we'll probably hijack that. My goodness me, look at this. That's a sight for sore. No, hold on, the other way around. That's a sight that will make you sore. Yeah, almost certainly. Right, there you go. That's that. Okay, and then just go in a straight line, I reckon, and then see what transpires when we get to the other side of this minor hilly part. 2 million quid for a bunch of track. Honestly, this is just soft stuff. Incidentally, the game classified this particular map as small, and I go, really? And I don't think it is actually small. I think it's a larger map, but it's rectangular in size, well, rectangular in dimension, which maybe confuses it and makes it think it's a small map in width or something. There you go, straight line. I mean, this is perfect for a TGV, but we haven't got one, so perfect or not, we can't use it. Now then, centre of Indianapolis. How many platforms are you playing with? 3? Why? Why would I choose to do a 3-platformer? I couldn't tell you. Okay, well, I've got an idea. You might not like it, but I think it's going to look quite dramatic. Okay, go on in, speak to me. Well, you've got a bus stop here. Oh, the construction of that tower block could not have happened at a worse time. Yes. Well, no, I was thinking I bulldoze up the middle of here and then bang a station in. And then people can, commute and stuff. Bold. All right, we pause to avoid the AI getting some funny ideas, and we're off to the races. So I just need enough space to bung a station and a bit of track in here. We will take that out. We've made the truck do a wheelie. No, that's not a wheelie. That's a stoppie or an endo, depending on your choice of wheeled vehicle. There you go. See, plenty of room. And then we'll stick in a terminus of 2 platforms. And we will stick that in around about here. Have we got Second Street connections? Yes, we do, because we always have Second Street connections. Okay, good. How you feel about that? I feel pretty confident. Okay, all right, smooth. Right, now, I also want to get rid of this bit, and that bit, and this bit too. Because what we're going to try and do is now do this road going straight over the top of the station, because that's how we do it in pro level. Okay, no, that's not pro level. There you go. This is feeling more pro level, although it does have to be said we have now created something of a bendy bridge. Do not want. Now, I'll bump them all over the other side there, and then we'll build a proper bridge and we'll connect it up. I mean, I say proper bridge. We'll build a bridge that will work. There you go. That'll work. Like that. Now point it at the target. Is that too high? I think it might be higher than we need. Yeah, we might be able to get away with going 1 lower than that. Maybe even 2 lower. Oh, no, we can't. No, there is no getting away with it. Try again. No, you have to go up 1 more. Okay, well, so be it. Well, we'll just deal with that. Right, fling that on here, and then reset that. Not that you need to, but it just means that I don't get foxed by the indicators. Right, fling that over. That's gorgeous. And then you people, yes, you're out of luck. There we go. Wang, like so. Oh, this is coming up nicely. Right, and we'll burn this all the way down there. You're not trying to connect or anything stupid, are you? What about onto there? No, onto there's better. Yeah, all right. Well, it would be better if it would do it as a straight line. And then we might have enough space in there for a couple of cheeky little, town buildings to just move their way in. Can we get one out here? Yeah, but let's switch down to medium, and then we don't have to do any unnecessary destruction. Not that there is such a thing as unnecessary destruction, you understand? All destruction has a level of necessity to it. I'm still building tram track everywhere, and honestly, I'm comfortable with it. Right. Just... Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's do this instead. Okay, right, yeah. So about there. And then, yeah, that's fine. It's ugly, but it's ugly. So that's super. We'll bung that on there. Now that means my trucks have got to go some way out of their range, out of their kind of chosen route. So we'll try and get a little truck stop turnaround kind of an idea here. An on-ramp, I think people might call it. An on and off ramp we'll put in there. It's got a little bit of challenging terrain to navigate before it does anything productive. But I have a high level of confidence in my my Teamsters to drive that route. Apparently I've broken something else. I shouldn't have. All of this is connected back up again. What have I broken this time? Oh no, I've broken the train line because I took out the diamond crossing. All right, that's an acceptable casualty at the current time. But we'll go back and make it not a casualty in a moment. Right, no, grab the end. Thank you. And on she goes. Good. Why are you slowing to 90? That seems like too much of a slowdown there. Alright, if we bulldoze you back a bit. Yeah, and that bit. Yeah, you're clear. Right, try that again, but this time, do the slowdown right at the start. So if I take you out to about there at 70 odd, and then we work our way around onto here, you should go a smidge faster. Or in fact, top speed. Good. Right, there you are. I tell you, this is, if I were able to travel in time and go back and show myself this stuff, then I'd go like, what? Why are you bulldozing half the town? Kind of go, quiet, it's necessary. Do you feel like, I'm sure construction's possible. Nah, sure it is. You're going to go, oh, you can't construct there though, can you? I'll go, shut up, I'm a ruddy expert. All right. Not how much of a ruddy expert, no. But it doesn't need a full diamond on that. That will be more than sufficient for our purposes. We might want to do a little bit of encouraging medium street here, just purely to get the AI on board with building something useful. I mean, that possibly wasn't necessary, but we'll see how it gets on anyway. Right, okay, so that means we've now got Indianapolis, Berkeley, Hartford. We also have, as a byproduct, we have Phoenix and wherever it goes after that, which is jolly exciting. Everything then rattles down here before Hartford ends up going, are we really going to go Garden Grove? Well, you've said you were going to give yourself 45 minutes, you've used 25. Not even 25. Hello, Garden Grove. Coming in. We're gonna put a station in about there. Alright? Now, unfortunately, I can't make it bendy, so you're just going to have to live with whatever it looks like. Will we reduce the length? No, we're going full on in max length stations. There's a bit of leftover road there. That won't do. Stick it about here. There. Stick it about there. Okay, you possibly will want some commuting services in this one, but you can figure that out in due course. Now then, you are going to go onto, I don't know, one set of tracks over here. This one. Okay. Have you got the right side? You've gone with left as you look at it now. Yeah, well, speed's good. And left is good. We'll take it. Okay, all right. Yeah. Is that a bit of road in the way? Not so much as you'd notice. Fine. This is going to be quite a fun route. And I'm going to put a lot of metalwork up it. I imagine all the metalwork's going to look the same, but in the back of my head it's going, a cellar. Run the cellar up this. It's got some nice wide open broad stretches that it can stretch broadly wide through. But this will come up absolutely glorious. And then on to Tampa. Okay, now I think the Tampa station runs that way, and if it's very unlucky, it might find itself having... Hold everything. We've got some track waiting. Oh, well, someone had a bit of foresight. Now, we might need to squeak that back a bit. Make ourselves a hole to go through. But if we're lucky, we'll be able to do something like... Well, in fact, the luck didn't even come into it. That's relatively pedestrian as far as challenge is concerned. Right, okay. There are. This was clearly meant to be. And with no surveying from yours truly, we've managed to get ourselves a direction. Right. And you're over this way somewhere, aren't you? Yep. Okay, well, let's crow flies this sucker. Hope it doesn't crash the game. There's Concord. Paused at the moment. Go on, go on, go on, go on. No, it's not gonna bite. Back it up before you crash it. Okay, to about there. How's that feel? Pretty good. Okay. Good. Now then, the goal is... So we're going to build for, let's say, 40 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to switch it on. And I'm going to go and do the washing up. Maybe run the Hoover around the downstairs a bit. And then we'll come back and see if we've managed to generate a bit of growth in the garden grove. So once I've got this route connected up, you've taken that way too far, you fool. We'll see about stuffing. It's Hartford you're worried about, not Garden Grove. Yeah, we'll see. We'll stuff some industry into there as well, and see how much growth we can generate in a relatively short amount of time. We'll do a quick refresh on how big it is now. Now, of course, it's not going to grow that much because the growth of a town is based on the size of the town. So the smaller it is when you start out, the slower the growth is going to be as it picks up. But you know, anything is possible. What's not possible? It's not going to get to 1,000. In fact, I'd be surprised if it got to 500. But if we can get it off the bottom of the leaderboard, that would be a good place to start. And around there. Okay, and then something using this. Yeah. Okay. So if we do that, I don't think you're going to get over. So we'll try under instead. Oh no, a building has to be removed. So be it. That's a really horrible corner. So be it. Connect this up onto here as well, but we'll bend it around there and then bend it around here, and then it makes the corner look good. Just ignore the slope there. Right, that's horrendous and cannot be allowed to stand. No, there we are. Magic eraser. The things that other channels do while you're not watching. Oh yeah, I totally didn't get it wrong first time. No, I like to show you that I got it wrong first time because we're only human. Also, if you're running the Acela on there, that bridge has got a top speed of 120 something, so you're going to want to kill that and turn it into a fast bridge. Okay, all right, fine. And that's come out because as much as this ground all looks flat as a pancake, that's only because you're used to looking at various people's swing at the peninsula, and that is really not a flat map at all. This still undulates gently in a kind of a caressing fashion, and therefore, you know, you are going to need some embankments on an occasion. Right, there we go. That's the full connection done. Indianapolis to Tampa by way of Garden Grove, Berkeley, and Hartford in a space of 20 minutes or so. All right, that's exciting. I mean, don't get me wrong, you've achieved absolutely nothing unless you actually go on to achieve something. And what are you doing with those two? Well, and what are you doing as far as freight is concerned? Well, yeah, stop saying well and do something about it. Right, where's my industry? Industry's here. So if we stick I'm going to be cheeky about it. I'm going to use a bus stop, stuff it. Right, we'll stick a bus stop in there, fling up a new route. And from Laurel Street, if that's what it wants to call itself, down to here. Just go pick up anything. CF, Dartford, anything. Dartform? Sure. Anything. Right, bang a couple of trucks on that bad boy and let it rip. Also, some kind of super carriageway would probably be beneficial there. But, you know, you can figure that out in due course. 1, 2, 3, 4 ought to do the trick. Set that onto CF Dartford anything. Good. Right. Good. Good. Now, I mean, there's plenty of opportunities that I could engineer some extra goods here. In fact, I've spotted one. You've got food here. Well, you've got farm there and food production here. We could be servicing... I mean, even if we just did Hertford and Garden Grove and LA. Okay, well, you've got 9 minutes if you're going to stay within your time limit. Ooh, I don't know. I think we might bust the time limit. Yeah, I think so too, especially since you apparently look to be deploying another train line here. Yeah, I am. But I'm taking absolutely no prisoners now. Alright, okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I see what you're doing. Apparently we're building a station in Los Angeles. Which is fine. Oh, that's right, yes. This was the series where I called it Los Angeles. Someone got very, very upset and said that, you know, I shouldn't call it Los Angeles because it's disrespectful. I'm disrespectful to everything, is what I should have replied, but I didn't. And instead decided, well, stuff you then. I just won't bother including it in the series. Honestly, how childish of me, that is. Anyway, Los Angeles gets itself a station. I'm sure any Angelinos who are dismayed at my butchering of the name have been around long enough to know that I butcher everything's name, and therefore that doesn't mean anything. Right, fling that in here. Groovy. Right, and then and there you go. If you want to go and revisit the original series of this, incidentally, you can. I don't necessarily recommend it, but you'll be able to see how far my my award-winning patter and repartee has come in such a short time. Just pop a wheelie over it until it says green. I want green. What do you mean you can't get... Oh, hold on. You probably can't get a ship under that one either. Let's just make sure there are no ships actually want to use this section at all anyway. There aren't. Therefore, we don't actually care. All right, cool. Good. Yeah. All right, splendid. So that gives us Los Angeles. Do we want to go any further than that? Also, do you want to reconnect Los Angeles up with itself? Yeah, we'll do that. Yep, like that. Yep. Yes. Up. Go on. No, that's too much. No, that's too hectic. Put it down. No, that's not at all. Ah, bum. What about this one? Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, you could do that. And then possibly... No, that's not going to work. Oops. Well, you deleted that for no reason at all. It's never for no reason. It's because I had a scheme, and the scheme didn't work. We could do... yeah. Do that. And then make a nice long tunnel. There we are. I know, crazy, huh? That is, you know, I've not done one of those before, but this is the kind of inner city rapid transit, but for personal transport routes that you're likely to find in the future. Is they're just going to go like, well, there's no more room on the street. Fine, go under all of it. Where are they going to emerge? About 10 miles away. Why? Just because, you know. Right, now, could we go anywhere else? Pembroke Pines. That looks nice. Because then we can make a little 3 route out of this. And someone has left empty track at the end of Pembroke Pines. I'm so foresightful. Right, sorry, you guys. Coming and through here. Yeah, and you. Yeah, and your little dog too. Right, let's go like that. And a bit like this. Good. And I think this will... Oh, hold on. It doesn't have to. This could go anywhere. Oh, it goes to Indianapolis. We could make a loop. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it is. It's even more interesting if you do this, though. Oh, that's very interesting. Isn't it? Okay, I think we might... I'm going to leave the freight alone, right? So what we've got is we've got oil coming in there, but I think there's more fun to be had here in you're quite low, in creating some zany train routes and putting quite a lot of trains on them. So we'll come out this way. It's not colliding with anything. It only wants 10 million. It can have it. Evidently, I'm going to need some signals. Well, that's fine, but I reckon I can make a couple of routes here that have a net income of significant. Have we built a level crossing there? Well, no. No, we haven't built a level crossing there. Was anyone using that? No. Then stop complaining. All right, there you go. That's probably another thing that's now going, we don't have a main connection. To which I say, yeah, well, lots of places don't have a main connection. You don't hear them belly aching about it. Right, get this over there. Do a quick dab of that. It's not pretty, but it works. Which is a statement I will never use in Transport Fever 2. This will mark the end of an era of it's not pretty, but it works. In future, everything will be pretty and work. Or not work, but be pretty. Those are the only acceptable things at that point. Do we want to connect Hartford up to anywhere else? I don't think so. I think we're about there. But what you are going to want to do is connect Hartford, this line up onto that one. So let's do that here. I mean, that's not the cleanest junction I've ever done, but it should do the job. Actually, it's not the least clean I've ever done either. Right, okay, now then, let's throw some metal at this, shall we? This is going to be complicated. Berkeley, did it have a station already, or did I just fire one in there? Yeah, you've got the East Flipping Coast Main Line. Now, it can't connect the stations at the moment because I removed the Diamond Crossing. Right, so you got Jacksonville to Phoenix. In fact, let's turn all of this around and go again. I'm not going to change what it had, but we're just going to do it a little bit differently. Jacksonville to Phoenix, yes. To Berkeley, out to Hartford, and then where do you want to go next? Oh, I think we'll go out to Tampa. Garden Grove to Tampa. Right, and then back again. Groovy. Now, I'm definitely going to need some signals, given that what do you mean I don't match? You've tried to connect it to a bus stop. Well, that's evidently not going to work. To right it isn't. To Hartford, and then on to Berkeley, and then on to... This is actually a very large route. And I'm hoping there's a depot somewhere around here so that I can actually do some stuff with it. We don't need to reconnect Jacksonville because it's already connected. And then... Okay, this all seems good. Although, this is all a bit odd. We've got platform 1s occurring multiple times. So there is possibly a little bit of routing jiggery pokery. Yeah, look at this. Routing jiggery pokery is definitely going to need to occur. So we come into Phoenix on platform 2, please. 2. Now connect them all. No, you're still saying 1. That's not an appropriate thing for you to say. Okay, why have I... it's probably because at the far end you don't have the option to come back on the other track. So let's go down to the far end, which is Tampa. And then you need... Yeah, what we need is a little track switch at the end here. There you go, do that. Right. Still not happy, though. Okay, well, that's okay. You come down 2, no, and then you go to 2, could be... No, that's not going to work. You're going to have to go manual, and it's a long way. All right, so Phoenix, track 2. Yep. Okay, coming into Berkeley, track 1, presumably. No, looks like track 2 to me. All right, okay, and then from Berkeley, track 2, you then go to the next place, which is Thingy Garden Grove. Garden Grove. You can go through on track 1. Garden Grove, track 1. Oh, hold on. What's your problem? Connect it back up. Okay, oh, no, that does appear to have connected it back up and appropriately at the same time. So that's splendid. Right, how many trains are you actually rocking on here? You got 4. They're 36 years old, and I think we'll replace this with something very nice and modern and shiny. The speed dance, which is a good way to not make any money at all. Okay, on. Is the whole track electrified? Well, who knows? I'm going to suggest probably not, but you never know. We'll find out. Actually, the speed dance is good, 149 miles per hour, but it has to be said that you can't really go wrong with a Metroliner. You can't. You just can't. You can't go wrong with a Metroliner because they get the flipping job done, and they make a stack load of money in the process. Right, let's signal this lot up. Now, how many trains are you going to stick on here? Ooh, a few. Okay, well let's plumb them in now. Okay, give me a bit of track here. Let's find a level bit of ground. There we go. He's off. He's rolling. He's got the bit between his teeth and going quite quickly. Smashing. We'll turn land use off at the same time. We don't need any more colours than is 100% necessary. And then we'll head out this way. If I need to build more depots, I will build more depots, but I don't think I'm going to. So we should be absolutely fine with this. Sling that on there, and then how many more of these do you want? Well, it's a many stopper, so we're talking 10 stops in total. So we're running how many? 3 trains on there. 4. Okay, so let's go for another 4. All right, and then set this East Coast Main Line. Off you trot. Freaky. Okay, cool. Now then, carry on your signalling run, because then we'll run a second track here and see what happens with that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm loving it. Okay, so what we want next is some kind of, I don't know, LA line, I suppose. LA to Indianapolis. Now, I mean, that's almost a loop, but it has the interstitial stations that might make that appealing to people. Garden Grove's already got some passengers going. They're going, oh, for 200 years we've been waiting for the first train. And it finally turns up after you've bulldozed half the town. Yes. But you will be aware that there is a cost for progress, and therefore suck it up. Yep. Any more? Do you want to stick another one on there? I do want to stick another one on there. And then we'll stick one on here. Right. There might be a bit of a queue to get into Tampa. But I think Tampa's going to prove to be quite a nice place to do a bit of train spotting in a minute. So we'll give that due consideration. That's a lot of coal. And then carry on round here. I think we're good. Right, so Indianapolis, through Berkeley, through Hartford, and then swerving out of Hartford to go to Los Angeles. Oh, and then to did we get as far as Independence? Where did we end up? Pembroke Pines. To Pembroke Pines and beyond. We could go up to Henderson. Oh, well, okay, it's dicey but exciting. So let's try it. Now, is Henderson a terminus? It flipping isn't. But it flipping possibly should be. Yes. Putting a turning service on here is possibly a really terrible idea. Really terrible ideas are my forte, so we'll do it anyway. Right. Give me a bit of track. What did you just do? Did you put a signal on there somewhere? Might have. Why did you put a bit of signal on there somewhere? Just details. Oh no, you didn't. That's okay. You just you slapped a stop in Henderson. Okay, yeah. Also, I'm not convinced you can get as far as Henderson. Yeah, I can. Look, see, you've got split tracks going on. Are any of those in use at the moment? Show me trains. Okay, right. So we've got lots of incoming services, but not so much on the through service side of things. So at the moment, it doesn't go any further. So we might actually be better off hijacking that chap who just left on the green line. Let's do that. Turn this off. Grab the green line. Flipping out. Boston to... Crikey, this one goes the distance. No, I think we'll stick in a metro liner route on this that does something metro line-ish. Right, let's go. Or shall we use the... No. Look, stop building excessive routes, you Charlie. Henderson, you're already over your time budget. Just letting you know. Yeah, no, but it's going to be worth it. Alright, so silence. So from there, we go to here, which I think is Indianapolis. Which it isn't. That's Pembroke Pines. Then I think this one's Indianapolis. No, that's Los Angeles. Indianapolis is over there somewhere. Oh, of course. You can't really accuse me of not knowing me of geography when none of this is geographically accurate anyway. Okay, if you insist on making that kind of excuse, be my guest. And then into... Oh, yeah, because, of course, that's Indianapolis 2. The Beast, as it's known. Right, and then from Indianapolis, we head back through Berkeley. We head back through the next one. We then head back over this way. It's a long way to go to not cover very much distance. So I'm optimistic that it is the interstitial stations that people are going to be delighted to go and visit. Right. So this is going to be CF, I don't know, Los Angeles. Los Angeles. Just purely because it's the only train service that will visit Los Angeles. I know many others have dreamt of that moment, but I'm the one that makes it happen. Right, bonos on here, and signal this whole business up. Now, where did I actually put that depot? I rather think I put it somewhere that isn't actually going to be any use to us, and therefore I'm going to have to build another one. Did you get those right? Yes, you did. Okay. Now, I mean, the upshot with the number of services that I'm going to fling up here should be quite a busy little line. I mean, if we're good, Hartford should literally spring from the ashes of... Well, it didn't even deserve ashes. No, we're good. We can go. Right. So, how many do you want on here? Well, it's another 10 stoppers, so I think another 8. And we will run the Acela again because you would, wouldn't you? This is the Acela, isn't it? You've not confused yourself. No, you haven't. Which, it's unusual, but it's worth checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cannibalization aplenty, but you never know, it might work. There you go. Off you trot. Right, I'm now going to go and do the washing up. I've burned past the million mark. We spent $500 million. Sorry, the billion mark. We got past that quite quickly. Yeah. All right. Also, just before we go, let's do that. There you go. That'll speed things up for me trucks because they did have a bit of a traumatic loop to undertake previously. I also possibly ought to double check that we're now getting fuel come back the other way. I'm not even looking the right way. It's over this way somewhere. Here we go. There's one. You bringing fuel back with you? Yeah, 5. It's not really that much, is it? No, but live with it. Right, okay, I'm going to go do the washing up, and then I shall re-emerge, and we'll see where we're up to. Before I disappear, we were at 130 when we started in terms of population. We're currently at 191. Los Angeles is at 225. Let's see if they're any larger by the time I return. Okay, chores done, and I'm back. And about 10 years, well, no, maybe not even, 5 years, I think, has passed in-game. And here's the passenger demand in Hartford. As you can see, it's extensive, is what it is. The town has grown quite nicely as well. If we look at the town's leaderboard, you will see that Hartford has shot up in terms of the number of places. It's now got 456 people in there, and that will continue to grow. Los Angeles has grown a little, but maybe not much. But then we're not dropping any goods at all into Los Angeles. If we have a look at where they're waiting to go, a whole slew of people want to go out towards Los Angeles. But actually, they're heading for Pembroke Pines, primarily, which is fair enough. But yeah, okay, so, I mean, you know, traffic is occurring. The only bad news, such as it is that we're losing money. Yeah. We're actually losing a reasonable chunk of money as well. And the reason for that is because the flipping speed dance is ruddy expensive to run. We're running over 50% full, and it's losing 50 million a year. That's just madness. After 6 years in operations, losing 50 million a year is just, I mean, it's painful, is what it is. Everything's currently being carried by the West Coast main line, which I didn't touch, which is probably why it's still making cash. So, on reflection, I think I might come back and have another look at this. I think we might pick this up as a little bit of filler as we trundle gently towards the release of Transport Fever Part 2. If we are going to do that, well, set yourself up for success by sticking a couple more signals on there. That'll help a little. Yeah, because there's plenty can still be done on this map. It's as interesting as any random gen map gets. Berkeley's looking flipping enormous. What have we got going on here? East Coast Mainline maybe not so much, but CF Los Angeles, crikey! There is no way that line should be losing as many bucks as it is doing. And yet it is doing. So what you going to do about that? Well, I think we can probably simplify that by just replacing what we've got on there now with the flaming Metro liner. Where are you? You're an East Coast main line. Probably making a pickup. Are you dropping anyone off here? Do a couple. But then picking up a couple more and trundling onwards. Yes. Anyway, I've been Colonel Failure. This was quite a fun exercise, you know. I've not revisited this map since I gave it up, and that was around a month after the release of the game originally. So, you know, time has marched on a little. But yes, look, 102 on board. It's pretty much full, but even this one is making plenty of money. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes you set yourself up for a line and it pays off and everything's marvellous, and then other days you get hit by a truck of reality. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back soon with another one. Stay tuned if you can be bothered. Cheerio!